Assetto Corsa Competizione versus iRacing. Regardless of if you're new to sim racing, or you're wanting to take your virtual competition to the next level, knowing which title to choose can be tricky. Each have their own advantages and disadvantages, so we should run through a few key aspects of the game, and you'll be able to make your own decisions by the end of this video. So let's jump in. Assetto Corsa Competizione. Technically it was the follow-up to Assetto Corsa, but the two titles couldn't be more different, as the original game is based on an eclectic mix of cars and tracks, and now has been taken over by modders. ACC on the other hand is completely closed to modding, and is solely focused on GT racing, as in you cannot drive anything but GT cars. iRacing is a world away from ACC, and has many cars and tracks as your heart can desire. It is a license-based title, where the more you improve your racing license, also known as iRacing, the more series you're eligible to enter. Now the cars. As we've already mentioned, ACC is solely focused on GT cars, and while you could see that as a negative, it does at least mean that they have just completely focused on one style of car and honed in on that. As a result, the handling characteristics are very close to the real thing. In my experience, the cars are somewhat forgiving, but can also completely throw you off if you're not careful. Now iRacing is slightly different. They are focused on having something for everyone. Regardless of whether you want to do oval racing, track racing, rallycross or dirt ovals, they offer regular online racing where you can drive any manner of car. I particularly enjoy the Ray Formula Ford 1600 and the IndyCar on circuits. The cars in iRacing can be tricky though. The tyre simulation in the game is a little bit unrealistic, and braking in particular is difficult. Both titles are tricky to master, but while ACC rewards an aggressive driving style, iRacing tends to require much smoother inputs. However, in both these cases, it does at least mean that the better drivers who can overcome these then rise to the top. But even if you aren't a top driver, finding out where you can improve has never been easier. You see, you could sit behind another driver and try to work out where they are gaining time. Or you could simply log your session data with Track Titan, which will then show you exactly where you're losing time. Track Titan can not only show you your session insights right down to your throttle and brake traces, but can also provide personalised tips based on your individual performance. Additionally, as you start to get more accustomed to the platform, you could toggle on Advanced Mode, which allows you to view the data the way professional drivers would do in real life. By signing up on Track Titan with the code WHICHSIM, you can get 30 days of unlimited data insights for free to help you get quicker, faster. Now let's talk online racing. ACC is good. It has online lobbies, and you can join open lobbies or pre-arranged championships. There are also third-party services such as SimGrid and LFM that aim to facilitate better online racing, but it still pales in comparison to what iRacing offers. While you can go onto ACC at any random point of the day and sometimes find a race that you can join with a handful of people, you can go onto iRacing in the middle of the night and be on track with a full grid of drivers in less than 20 minutes, and that's including your practice and qualifying. The game follows a calendar that changes what track each series uses each week. iRacing themselves will announce every Monday what tracks will be used in the upcoming week, so you can prepare fully for that. Additionally, they host one-off virtual races like the Indy 500 and the 24 Hours of Le Mans every year, attracting the best sim races from all over the world to take part. Put it this way, if you get quick enough, you could be racing against Max Verstappen, as he himself is an avid sim racer on iRacing. So on the subject of online racing, iRacing wins head and shoulders above any other title out there. Unfortunately, where it does fall down is cost. ACC is a normal game. You pay an upfront price for the game, and then there's some DLC packs you can buy just to get a few more tracks and cars. Nothing out of the ordinary there. However, iRacing is a subscription model. No harm there until you learn you have to pay extra for each car and track. Yes, you get a few that come standard with the subscription, but you could find yourself spending thousands to purchase everything on offer. However, you don't need every single car and every single track to compete in most events. They release the calendar at the start of the season, so if you want to race at a certain championship, all you need is one eligible car and the full list of tracks. Don't get me wrong, it's not cheap, but it's not thousands either. It would be very cliche for me to say, do what's best for you, but it kind of is the case. If you want to focus on GT racing, then ACC is the clear winner. It offers unparalleled handling characteristics, room for you to learn how to set up the cars, and some great online competition. But if you want to take it more seriously, or perhaps are unsure as to which category of racing you wish to focus on, iRacing is the clear winner. Just down to its sheer range of series you can race in. Perhaps a better way to put it is, I race ACC for the enjoyment of driving the cars. I race iRacing for the enjoyment of the competition. So all that's left to ask is, what do you want out of sim racing? The realism of the cars, or the competition? Don't forget to sign up to Tracktiter for 30 days of unlimited data insights with the code WHICHSIM. But that's all from us today, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.